Hey guys, Tatiana here with Blissfully Raw. We are just at the beautiful Springs Preserve. It's an awesome little thing if you're in Las Vegas. It's a really neat place to go to learn more about the land here, why it was settled, and the natural flora and fauna. One thing I wanted to point out just before we get started is we realized when we came back to the car here, the shade that we parked under is actually solar panels. How awesome is that? Look at all the solar panels. There's tons of them. It's so neat. But yeah, so a couple things we learned at the Springs Preserve. We were hoping to maybe see the springs still running, but they have dried up. I think it said that they dried up around 1900, and they dried up because of all the water that's been brought into this area. It's actually changed the pressure on the aquifers, which is how the springs are made, is the pressure building up in the aquifers forcing the water up through faults in the land. And so because of us bringing water into this area, it's changed those pressures, so the water's not being forced up anymore. So the springs are all dried up, but we learned that Las Vegas actually means the meadows. And so in the middle of the desert, that's why Las Vegas was originally formed, was because it was a meadow in the middle of the desert, basically.
And it wasn't just one spring, there was three. It was called Little Spring, Big Spring, and Middle Spring.
Yes. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. And then we saw some of the animals that live around here, like the cottontail and the Gila monster and the gray fox, and some of the insects are really cool.
And the glow-in-the-dark
scorpion. They had the black lights in there, and you could open up the box and peek in, and they were bright yellow. It was really neat. But yeah, so that was really cool to learn about how the springs were actually formed, why they come up out of the ground, and why they are now dried up. And we got our tons of fresh food from the farmers market for the rest of the week. And the cherimoyas, custard apples. I am gonna devour this and enjoy every second and savor it.
Let me see that beautiful gnarly looking orange.
Yeah, look at these gnarly looking oranges. These are, what are they called?
Golden nuggets.
Golden nuggets. They were selling them
8 for $1.
8 for $1. Because apparently they grow like there's no tomorrow, so they just want to get rid of them. So we're gonna enjoy them, blend them, make like our own raw orange Julius's. Ooh, put some of this cherimoya in there, that'll make them really creamy.
And the mesquite honey.
And yes, we're gonna go get some mesquite honey and enjoy all this wonderful food, the heirloom tomatoes and all the wondrous greens.
And they're all local. Support local.
Yes, all local and good stuff. So, later guys.